everyone, I am going to try and get this tutorial sorted for you. Now I have to apologise, honestly I can't come out during the day and I'm really struggling with lighting issues now. I was going to do it yesterday but the shadows were too bad, and then I was going to do it today because I finished work at 8 o'clock, so I thought, oh, it's still going to be light. But guess what? It's absolutely tipping down outside and it's gone really dark. So again, I've got to put the light on. So I'm not going to be, because the children are with me in the day now, I'm not going to be able to record anything in the day. It's just going to have to be in the evening. So I'm awfully sorry. I'm hoping I can just show you the bare basics of it and that the shadow doesn't mess about with it too much. I will write all the, not instructions, the measurements below. So that you can see, you know, you've got all the measurements to hand, but I'll just go through it with you. It's a really simple, straightforward tutorial, so it doesn't take long to put together. It's just obviously putting your pattern papers down and things like that. So I will start it for you now, just quickly show you what I'm referring to, just in case anybody hasn't seen the previous video. I made this album here, Winnie the Pooh album, and it's a flip album, and it flips out like this, flips like that, it flips like that, and then they open up inside, they open up inside, and that opens out like that. Okay, so, and it all closes nicely, and it's a lovely way of showing photos or writing some stuff down or anything you want to do with it. Okay, so that's the Winnie the Pooh one that I've done today. So I will start by giving you some measurements of what you're going to need. Now the first, I've scored everything and prepped everything as much as I possibly can. But the first piece of card you're going to need some 12 by 12 cardstock, okay? I will give you the measurements for the small one that I did as well, which is this one. I'm not going to show you how to make that because it's exactly the same, it's just as different measurements, but I will give you those measurements as well at the end, okay? So, right, for the big 6x6 album then, you're going to need, this is the base, this is the bit that holds it all together. So this is 12 by 6. And you're going to score it at 2 3/4, 3, 9, and 9 1/4. Okay, so you just want to then burnish your score lines like so. This will give you a 1/4 inch sort of gusset. And the same on the other side. And there, like that. Okay, and then that forms. Just try to play with your folds, and then that forms that sort of shape, okay, and everything goes inside there then. All right, so that's your base. Now what you're going to need is the inserts. Okay, so you're going to need 3 pieces of what are we now? The inserts are 3 pieces of 12 by 5 3/4. That's 12 by 5 3/4. Okay, so you will need about 2 sheets or 3 sheets of 12 by 12 cardstock to make this, okay? And with the smaller one you can make that through A4 size, all right? Now with these, what you're going to want to do is I folded these 2, okay? You want to score these then, all 3 at the same score measurements, and they are 3 and 9, okay? Nice easy scoring. And again, you want to fold these in on themselves, so it's like a gatefold. Okay. Right, now then, what's going to happen now is these 3 all attach like so. Okay. And then they close then to form the gatefold. All right, so what you want to do is you want to put some sticky tape down on this side, okay, and attach it to one of your other sides. I'm going to do it to this side because this is the side that I've prepped. So I've used double-sided sticky tape, okay, and you just want to peel that off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some liquid glue on as well, just to give me that little bit of wiggle room. Now I am running really, really low on my liquid glue, but I'm just going to put some, oh, this is my empty one, hang on, sorry. There we are, that's better. Okay, so it just gives it a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, because you do need this bit to be straight as possible. Alright, so get your edges. Put a bit of glue down on there. Okay, now then what you want to do is grab one of your other pieces. Okay, now the way I do is I just lay it completely flat, butt them up to each other as best as I can. Okay, now I can't go in like close to the camera now, so I'm hoping you can all see this, but this is the gist. Okay, so you just want to butt it up as best as you can, line it up with some grid paper if you can, or your mat, okay, so that you know that you're straight. Okay, and you just want to butt it up as best as you can and let them meet in the middle there, like so. Okay, as best as you can. You might have a little bit of glue seepage. Hate glue. But you can rub that away. And this glue dries quickly anyway. Clear, so we're good. And then you want to just grab your bone folder and take that way and that way. Okay. It's going to bug me now. Where's my rubber? Because I do find that if you just rub it out, it gets rid of it, which I think is awesome. Okay. There we are. Okay, and then you want to do the same then to the other side. So I am going to pause it while I do this bit, okay? Because I know I haven't got very long in my videos, all right? So I'm just going to pause it, but you just want to do exactly the same with the other side. And you want to butt that up and do this side as well, okay? So bear with me. Okay, so you should have what looks like this, okay? So that will close that way, and that way. And they will come in on themselves, like so. You can give them a bit of a burnish because they are going to sort of slightly overlap, but it still fits in nicely. And sometimes you find if you play around with it, if you move that one in and put that one in, then sometimes it folds a bit better. But that's not a major, I'm not that concerned about that because it goes in the folder anyway. Okay, so what you want to do then is, so you want to close it up then. Okay, so you want to close that one up, put them in the way you want them, like that. Okay, then you want to put some tape on the back of here, and again glue. It's up to you how you tape it. I just find that it's a little bit easier because it gives you more room. All right, and then you want to put that into your album here. Okay, so I'm just going to put some tape on the back here and some glue on, and I will come back on and I will glue that down for you, so bear with me. Okay, so make sure you've got it the right way round. I have put my glue and my tape and everything on the back there. This is the way that I want it to be opening, okay? And then you want to grab your base, and the score lengths here, you've got this quarter gusset here and a 1/4 inch gusset here. You need to pop this straight in the middle of the back here. Now, it will sort of be very, very butted up against, okay? So you will find that it will just about fit in between the score lines. You don't want it on the score lines, you want it in between the score lines as best as possible. All right, so I'm going to bring this down here so that I can see what I'm doing. And you want to get it straight up and down as well, all right? So you want to bring it in. Let's see what I'm doing here, but I'm going to have to... Okay, so now I do that. And then open that up, and then what I do is I just sort of burnish that down. Put your scores in there and just give that a really good burnish down. Alright, and then close that up again the way you want it. I can't remember which way I had mine going now. Again, just want to crease your score lines there, and like I say, the gusset then will hold it in place anyway. So it might be out a little bit, but like I say, it'll hold it all together for you anyway. So if you can see there, excuse my glue, I'll tidy that up. There's just the glue on the edge. Alright, because it's black cardstock, okay? So that's what you're looking for. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Brian just came back then, and I thought he was going to interrupt me, but he didn't, so he's a good boy. Okay, right then. So you've got this now then. So you've got your main part all together there. Okay, and now what you want to do is you want to get some decoration on the go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to close this back up. Alright, and now you want a flap to come across here, this side, and a flap to come across this side. Now for this, you can use a contrasting colour. Now obviously this isn't my idea. I followed a tutorial by a lady called Loretta. I'll link her original tutorial below. She does use 2 contrasting colours. Now it's up to you. You could go for all black, or you could go for black and white, or whatever colour cardstock that you've got. Now for the, I'm decorated this in Minnie Mouse papers. So the paper that I've chosen, the colour I've chosen is red. Okay, so it's just a different contrasting colour to the rest, a bit like this. This was red, and you've got the white then as the contrasting colour. Okay, this one is the closest red that I could find to the paper that I was using, so it's a little bit darker red than the actual Winnie the Pooh red. Okay, and what you're going to need for this is your 2 flaps here are going to need to be measuring 5.5 by 5.5. Okay, so you've got 1 there, and then you've got 1 there. Okay, now I'll do one with you. I'll do the front one there. Okay, so you just want about 1/4 inch gap all the way around. Okay, so only put a little bit of glue on. Obviously you don't want, because you want it to just be on the one side. Again, I'm going to use liquid glue here because it's easier to sort of wiggle it around. Okay, now obviously you'll be able to take your time with this, but I'm sort of working at a strange angle here, and so you want to have it sort of around about there. Is that straight? Yeah, that's looking all right for me. Yeah, okay, and then push that back there, and then again just smoosh it down with your bone folder or whatever you've got to hand. Okay, and then to line this one up, it's a little bit easier because you can just sort of line it up with the other one. So I'll do this one as well, and again you just want a little bit on the side, just a little bit less than half. Okay, and then you want to do the same for this one. You want about the same sort of gap, and then before I place that down, I'm just going to bring this over the top just to make sure that I am straight. Yeah, that'll do. There we are. And then do the same there. And push that down. Okay. Right, there we have it. So there's your back one, and there's your front one. Okay, and it closes like that then. All right. So it should close like pretty much like flush. All right. And then for the back, I've chosen to use some ribbon to close it. Now it's entirely up to you. You can leave it as it is and it'll close by itself. It's quite flat anyway. It'll close like that. but I wanted some ribbon. So I'll just show you how I do my ribbon. But basically, it's pretty straightforward. I just use a piece of red line tape here. I just put this ribbon on the back and then cover the back then with a red panel. Okay, so I'm just going to put my tape down, so bear with me. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it there, but I've just put a piece of tape there. Just straight across the middle. Doesn't have to be exactly middle. Grab your length of ribbon. I've just done about 16... What's the double of 16? 30, 32, what was it? 30, 20, 30, yeah, 32 inches sort of say, I think, yeah, about. Okay, grab the middle and then make sure that I'm in and just pop that down. And there you have it. And that is your ribbon for there. Okay, now the back piece, you will need a piece that measures, it's entirely up to you. Now I think Loretta uses another piece that's 5.5 by 5.5, but I think I used a little bit bigger and I went for 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 because the whole thing is 6 inches. So I shall take the tape off this and pop this on the back. Now it's up to you. You can put a piece of tape over the top there. It's entirely up to you if you want to secure it in, but it should be alright. So I'm not that concerned. So you want to put, because I use red line tape to sort of secure it down, and that stuff's pretty strong. So just want to center this in then so that it's straight. And that's not very straight, but it's okay. I can live with that. Okay, so that's covered there then, and your ribbon is covered. Okay, and it closes nicely at the front. All right, now all we need to do is decorate it. So I have sort of got some pieces together here that I have already taped up and done ready, so I will pop them on. Again, measurements are completely your own. It depends whether you want an 1/8 of a border or a 1/4 of an inch border. I like a 1/4 of an inch border myself. Well, no, I like to take it down by 1/4 of an inch, so it gives it that 1/8 of an inch border gap sort of thing. But so these are 5.5 by 5.5, so then I would take my paper down to 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. This one on the back then would be 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 the card, so I would take it down to 5.5 by 5.5. Your gatefold in here as well, I would keep to 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, just so that it's symmetrical. And then inside here again, I would just do it 1/4 of an inch less. So these are 3 inches, so I would do it 2 3/4 by 5.5, because that's 5 3/4. So again, it's entirely up to you. I'm not going to give you measurements of paper because you might want to do it completely different. You might want to just take it down 1/8 of an inch. So 5.5 by 5.5 will be 5 3/8 then by 5 3/8, is it? Yeah. If you want to just take it down 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to stop yakking on now, and I'm just going to use my papers to decorate it up. So if you want to bear with me, I will do that quickly and I'll come straight back to you. Okay, right, I feel like that took me forever. Right, so I have decorated it up, okay. So for the front cover, I went for this Mickey and Minnie cover. And then in the inside, I went for some mini paper. The reason I went for the red is, like I say, because it's got the red and the pink, so I thought the red would be better with the black. So yeah, it's got the bow paper there and some roses here and flowers here for the first flip. Then you've got your flip here. Now on the inside here, you can put decorative paper, but what I do is I put the same colour card, the coordinate, you know, the contrasting card colour in here. I mean, you could put white if you wanted to, just because I think it's nice to have a little bit of room to write something. So if you were popping a picture in there, you could write what the picture was about. Now I will decorate this up further. I'll put some stickers and stuff inside there. And then you open up, so that's that side. And then this side then is the Mickey and the Minnie paper. And that opens up then with the rose. And then this side in the middle. Okay, now what I did is I put 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 red cardstock in the as a backing piece. And then this piece in the middle here measures 5 by 12, and you score it at 5 and 8.5, and you fold it like that. Then so you fold that way in and that way out, and then that pulls out like that. And again, I'll decorate this up. Probably put some maybe some more decorative paper on the top there, but I just wanted to show you how it was going. So that's that side, and then that side, that side, and that side. And then for the back, I just picked that paper. Okay, and that ties in a bow, and I will tie that nicely. Okay, now I'm not going to have a chance to give you the measurements for this now because I'm running out of time on my video. I will pop the measurements down below in the description box. So I pop the measurements for the 6 by 6 one and for the 4 by 4 one down the bottom. If you would like to see me do a tutorial on this one, exactly the same as this, it's just different size papers. If you want to actually visually see it, then let me know and I can do that for you. That's not a problem, but I will put all the measurements below. And how much time have I got left? Right, I got like 3 minutes left. So I want to thank you all very much for supporting me and everything. And like I say, I've managed to get past 200 subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic. So I just wanted to you know, do something nice. You might not like them, but this one I made here, and this one, the mini one. So what I'm thinking of is, if you manage to stay with me right to this very moment, is a giveaway. Okay, now what I want you to do is, if you like this video, pop a comment below telling me which one you want, Winnie or Minnie. Okay, tell me which one you want, and then what I'll do is I'll upload this now because it's Sunday now. What time are we? Yeah, I'll upload this now, and then I'll draw a winner on Friday, and like I say, I'll randomly pick a winner from the comments, and like I say, just tell me which one you want, Minnie or Winnie, and I will draw a winner on Friday. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I hope you followed that tutorial okay. Any queries or questions, just let me know, and again, I'll pop all the measurements down below for you. Okay, so thank you very much. Bye.